A long time ago, during Britain's colonial rule, Singapore has implemented policies which allowed for housing to be made available to the masses. Today, Singapore has achieved that and are trying to maintain it through the Housing Development Board, which come up with and enact policies which are beneficial to the people. HDB are now aiding in solving problems brought about by a surge in foreigners in recent years.
There are also many other problems which plague Singapore housing market, besides the lack in supply. This includes affordability and the expectations of public housing rising. Let us first discuss about the affordability of housing in Singapore. With the rising income gap in Singapore, as shown from Singapore's ranking with respect to the Gini coefficient, where Singapore is ranked second last with only Hong Kong behind us. This means that the houses available in Singapore are probably accrued by the wealthy, while the less well-to-do have to face the repercussions of such actions. Rising prices. This is because as demand rises, prices would follow suit, especially since the supply remains relatively constant.
Therefore, Singapore's government, or more specifically HDB, did what was necessary to cool down the market. This include a policy which restrict private homeowners from owning a HDB flat, or any other public housing for that matter. It also restrict the impact of foreigners by disallowing the ownership of both a public house in Singapore and another in their homeland. Hence, these help stymie speculation. The use of the Central Provident Fund for citizens have also increased, so that they would not be overly burdened when buying a new house.
However, what I felt lacking was the Singapore government not raising interest rates, but instead lowering them, as low interest rates plus excessive liquidity in the financial system, both in Singapore and globally, could cause prices to rise beyond sustainable levels based on economic fundamentals. Digging deeper, I realized that low interest rates are meant to allow the economy to expand and also curb rising prices, inflation. Therefore, the government would have an uphill task trying to strike a balance between the two. In spite of all the talk of affordability of public housing, Singaporeans' expectations of houses have moved on from the old-fashioned HDB designs to revolutionary ones such as the Pinnacle at Duxton. This is due to the rising standard of living in the country buoyed by positive economic outlook both domestic and abroad. This caused HDB to open designers to build such beautiful houses. HDB have also taken the initiative to upgrade the old HDB flats, so to speak.
Playgrounds, sheltered walkways, fitness corners, parks, MRT, all are stark improvement from early HDB which had little amenities. This value-added infrastructure not only aid in improving one's standard of living, but also aim at reducing the stark contrast between the private estates and HDB estates. HDB board has also adhered to Britain's plan of having small towns which had most of the amenities within close proximity. These led to the rise of heartland malls which sprung from every corner of Singapore. This not only led to a rise in productivity due to lesser time spent traveling, but also led to an improvement in terms of convenience. Traffic congestion on the road would also have been eased.
All in all, I feel that Singapore's policy are based on the economic situation at the time. She also makes astute decision which helped her avert countless problems. This has not only served Singapore's economy well, but also served as a model for other countries.